Like, I made sure to pack all my stuff that had to go out tomorrow too, today, so it all went out. I don't plan on leaving.
All right, we ready?
Yes, sir.
This week on the Reseller Locker Room Podcast, we're going to sit down with the Nashville duo.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Ben, the Rocky Top Picker. Joining us, as always, is Alex, the great bearded one. And back for another visit to the locker room, we have Mr. Ray from the Nashville Flippers Podcast right here in the locker room. Ooh, he's got effects. Yep, you got a bigger budget than we do.
It's just you can do it too, Alex.
I every time I try to do it, it never does anything. See? Oh wait, we're partying together.
And
I
then
didn't
you do
know.
the
I didn't know
double
this
thumbs
one.
up.
See, mine does
man.
nothing.
Yeah.
Every episode, I'm just gonna film it like this now.
And then
Oh,
go-
that's awesome. Yeah.
And then you
Okay.
got this one. This one's for you, Ben.
Yeah, because mine don't do any of that stuff. Anyway, welcome back, Ray. It's good to have you, buddy.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks, guys. Back
Yeah.
in the locker room. It smells exactly like last time I was here. you
Yeah.
know?
That could be dangerous. We won't get descriptive, and thanks that there's no smell-o-vision.
Well,
But,
what's new in reselling?
Yeah, Ray, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I kind of been slacking. I want to be honest, because we're trying to get this meet up off the ground. I've just been slacking with listing. I haven't had a Whatnot show in like 3 weeks, but
Wow.
this Friday I'll have a Whatnot show, and this Saturday I'll have a Whatnot show. So I've been going on like each day since yesterday, just kind of like letting the people know, just kind of so people can see me, because it's like out of sight, out of mind on the Whatnot platform. If you're not consistently having shows, people
Yeah.
are gonna forget about you. You're gonna want to do a show like you're gonna think people are gonna come to your show if you do it like once a week, and they're not gonna come because it's like, oh, I forgot about you. It's like you have to consistently. It's kind of like YouTube. If you don't put out content consistently, people are gonna forget about you. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things of that. It's just been tough. It's been tough finding inventory right now. This time of year, reselling is slow, from Christmas up until April. People aren't really buying anything until people get their tax returns money back. And it's just kind of been slow. It's been drying up. The majority of the stuff that I pick up are from Amazon liquidation stores.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say all but 2 have been dried up. And Alex, I don't know if you go to these stores, but the bargain hunts,
I
Close
still
by?
never been. Yeah.
they're going out of business.
Uh-oh.
So like that was like my bread and
Main-
butter store.
yeah, your
They
main
have bins
place.
there. Ben, I got to tell you this story. So last Friday was the last day that this bargain hunt was going to have bins.
Right.
And the word on the street is that we're going to have 21 Amazon return bins, and it was the last time that this store was going to have them. So we're like, okay, bet. They're going to have great stuff because they're just trying to liquidate everything. They're selling their clothing fixtures, they're selling their shelves. I mean, everything has to go, right?
Yeah.
And so everything in these bins are $7, and we've found iPhones in there. We found really great stuff for $7. I found a DJI drone that I sold on Whatnot for $500.
Wow.
So, anyways, so we heard that they were gonna have 21 bins. The line. I get there maybe like 10 minutes before the doors open, and there's already a line of people. Same people that I see all the time. No worries. Maybe like 10 people. I look in the window and I only see one bin of things there, and I'm like, oh man, this isn't good. So they open up the doors, they let us in, and then we're like, okay, is this gonna be all the bins? They're like, oh, we still haven't put them out. We're going to put them out. And so think of like them putting a bin out of stuff one at a time, and like 30 people there just like a piglet to a teat, just trying to get in there.
Yeah.
And at one point, and I got it on video, so look out for this video. I'll probably release it on Saturday. The employee's trying to drop the bin because it's on a pallet jack or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the guys is digging through the bins and he won't move, and he keeps yelling at him, move, 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 move. And finally, the employee gets off the pallet jack and pushes him. And so it was crazy to witness that, but the place is going out of business. They're not going to fire him because he's like one of 2 employees there, so it's like, man,
still that's assault. That's assault, brother.
It's assault. That's assault for sure. But the dude
preparing for the Goodwill bins, because that's every day at the Goodwill bins.
Yeah. But I did find 5 or 6. I can't remember how many I found, but the PlayStation 5 Elite controllers, like the ones that come in like a case, $140 pre-owned all day long on eBay. I found 7 of them, $7 a piece. So it was a good day. And somebody else found a one of those Air Max Pros, like the ones that go over your head.
Yeah.
Brand new in the box. They found those. And it was a good day. It was a good day. At least for me it was. So
yeah. And you got out of there without a bloody nose or
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is that all going on eBay? Is that all going on eBay? Or what do you, because you do a lot of electronics on
I do.
Whatnot, so
my thought process now is that anything over $100, I usually put it on eBay.
Okay.
So it's like I'll have a sale. It's like I know it's $100. Or anything, of course there's some caveats to that if it's like extreme collectibles or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that huge John Cena that you have behind you over your left shoulder.
Yeah.
That would probably be a eBay fine for sure. Or eBay sale.
That's an Alex find.
Yeah?
It never got listed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But you're
cool.
How high of things are you putting up on your next Whatnot show? Because this will be out, and you're doing $1 starts on electronics.
I'm doing dollar starts. There'll be some
Saturday.
good stuff in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We're still trying to figure out. We're testing we're going to test the dollar starts, and this is a good time to go through some of the old inventory that we had on Whatnot to get it through, put in some new stuff, and just test out the dollar starts. Because we usually start our electronics at $7 or $8.
Okay.
So we either break even or make a little money if it sells.
Yeah.
But I've noticed a lot of the times if I start an item for less, people are more inclined to bid on it, and it actually goes up even more than the starting price.
Because people start maybe getting competitive and get into that bidding war,
Yeah, so they see $1 and they're like, oh, it only started at $1, and it may end up selling for $10 or it may end up selling for $20.
Okay.
It happens all the time. It's weird. Yeah. We'll start at $8. We're like, you know what? Let's mark it down. Let's start at $2. Ends up going for more than $8, like $12 or $15.
I got 2 boxes of books, and they're supposed to be for Whatnot this weekend, maybe Saturday and Sunday. Like I'm gonna do random books on Saturday, and then a Christian book show on Sunday. So, but what you're saying earlier, I know I need to show up at least once a week or twice a week to even have it grow over there, and it's been a while since I've even done a show. So
yeah, because people forget about you and they want to see your face. They want to consistently know the person behind who you're selling. And on Friday we're doing, I love Pokemon cards. I was just on a podcast with a friend of mine. He started it's called he's got a really big sports trading card podcast. Like that's what he does for like a living, like for The Ringer. Like Bill Simmons, like he has a podcast on that platform called the Sports Nonsense Podcast, and he's doing one about non-sports called the Non-Sports Nonsense Podcast, I think. The Hobby Nonsense Podcast. So I'm like his Pokemon guy or whatever. So I like to sell Pokemon cards on Whatnot just because I like opening packs, and I've opened so many packs to know that it's like to spend the money on opening something and not getting what you want out of it. I'd rather sell it, break even, or make a little money, and I'm still having, getting that fix of opening up Pokemon packs.
Yeah, well, before we started recording, you were just on Whatnot, and my daughter was sitting next to me, and I was in your show, and you're showing all your Pokemon, and my daughter was going crazy. She's like, I
really?
want that one. Yeah, she loved all of them.
What's her favorite Pokemon?
Eevee, I think, is her favorite.
Eevee, of course.
Yeah.
I'll get her some Eevee cards.
Right on.
Shoo.
Well,
That's
I think
over my head,
last
fellas.
year at the Nashville meetup, someone put a whole bunch of Pokemon. Was it Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
I gave them all to her.
Jeff, Apex Jeff.
Yeah, she was super happy about that. So I'll have to bring her this year.
So I can't talk intelligently about Pokemon. So Ray,
Yes, sir.
refresh us. You list on eBay. You do whatnot shows. Do you do any other platforms?
I don't.
Just eBay and
yeah, because
whatnot.
I do this part time. I do have a full time job, so just trying to find juggling all those. Sometimes I feel like what is it? Those talent shows where like they're spinning a plane or a basketball on those poles.
Yeah.
You're like spinning this one, then you come over here and you spin this one. That's how I feel like most of the time.
I feel like that
you know,
too.
I
I'm only
can't do like
reselling.
spin them all of them at once. I got to focus on one thing, and it's like, oh man, I got to go back and do this one. So the meetup has really taken up the majority of my like mental capacity of headspace of doing something. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on. But again, like to Alex's point, I got to start making money, and then I got to get on whatnot and continue to grow that platform because I really enjoy it. That's kind of like I really enjoy live selling and just I've seen so many things that aren't worth I wouldn't say aren't worth anything that would never sell on eBay that sell so well on whatnot.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
I'm starting to see like bigger people selling over eBay value now.
Yeah.
Some shows that I watch, I'm like, man, I could have got it cheaper on eBay. But people
What are
get
some
into the bidding war.
examples?
Oh, great examples like Amazon branded electronics like headphones, like power banks, things that aren't necessarily like you're not going to go to eBay and look for just an unbranded set of headphones.
Yeah.
It's more like an Amazon thing, right? You're looking for like a Sony, you're looking for a Bose, you're looking for like a JBL, something like that. But when you're sitting there watching me open up this box of headphones, it's noise canceling, it's Bluetooth, they're super nice quality, the cups are leather, and they might not ever sell on eBay. But if you're looking at them and you know what you're going to get, you're willing to spend that $20 to $25 to $30 on these Bluetooth headphones just because of the quality, just because I'm showing them to you, turning them on, making sure they work and all that stuff. It's like the home shopping network.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? Where's most of your sales volume coming from? eBay or whatnot?
It's whatnot for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
A good night, Ben. A good night. Our best night we've sold like $2,100 worth of stuff.
Okay.
On a good night. Our average is $700 to $1,000.
Now, how long are your shows over there?
Our shows are an hour to an hour and a half. Our the big money shows are usually like 2 hours to 2.5 hours. We'll spend another hour and a half shipping everything, but we have it down to we have a system. Like I have both my brother-in-laws helping me, and they'll put stuff in the show. It's like, okay, sell this, I have this, let's put this in the show, so the show becomes bigger and better. And on Saturdays we'll do the show, on Sundays we'll come in to the office and we'll ship everything, and literally we can knock it out like clockwork.
Well, that's good.
Are you promoting?
Yeah, you got to have a system in place. If you want to sell like a lot of huge quantities of stuff, you really have to have a system in place. If it's big stuff, if it's cards, I can do it all by myself, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, do you pay to promote the shows through whatnot?
I've never done that.
You never done that.
I've never done it.
You just being consistent every week, right? It's the way to grow it. People will start showing up.
Take it, and being in the community, if you will. Lack of a better term, taking advantage of the community, getting on raid trains, jumping in chats, having people know you, doing like theme shows. Like sometimes there's like you can only sell food on this raid train, or you can only sell plush, or you can do stuff. Some of those shows you might not make any money off of. You might break even, but you're building an audience to where next time you go on, they might come into your electronic show and buy something off of there if they like you enough.
Yeah.
a question that Alex and I on previous shows, I can't remember the last one where I think it was J Ride, Ray, where we asked the question, do you think reselling as a whole for the future is going to trend to live selling like platforms like Whatnot? Do you think that'll be the trend, getting away from static listings, moving into more live selling? How do you feel about that?
That's tricky, right? Because
two things for me, not everybody wants to do anything live, because a lot of people don't do YouTube because they don't want to be in front of a camera.
Sure. Yeah.
And two, live is only live to buyers in the amount of time you're live, right? Where static is 24/7.
Well, there is an option to list things on Whatnot as static sales, and I've sold stuff on there. It's not a lot, but for someone that is looking maybe to do some online arbitrage to eBay, that would be a good way to do it. Just type in like what you're looking for, and it'll come up, and you'll find a static sale, and then you can just buy it and they ship it off to you. But in other countries, Ben, like in China, live selling that's it.
Taken over, right?
It's taken over. You see TikTok Shop where people are selling stuff on there live.
Yeah.
It's just like an entertainment value, and you're getting stuff, and it's like the spur of the moment home shopping network kind of thing. You know, that dopamine hit. You have to like buy it right then and there. You get the item and you just hit repeat. And I know that you have all these multi-million-dollar advertising agencies and people that spend big bucks to figure out how to do things. And live selling is kind of trending towards that. But to answer your question, I think there always is going to be static sales just because it's just how it is. But I think live selling is here to stay.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to keep getting bigger. I think it's going to really affect the market, though, as far as eBay goes. Why are they going to pay? I mean, you can get a lot cheaper, for the most part, doing on Whatnot and other platforms like that.
Could you imagine if and when Facebook ever does live selling? Like grandma is going to buy everything on there.
You have all those people that are addicted to it too. So it's good for sellers because they're just going to be addicted to buying things.
Yeah.
It's only running for 15 seconds. So you better get it now or you're going to
get it now.
Better
get it now.
That could be a division of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And here's the thing I've often thought. If you were to know who eBay's top seller was versus who Whatnot's top seller is and compare their sales, I would love to be able to look at those number comparisons.
I mean, I would think the person doing Whatnot's turning over the money way quicker than the top.
But you got to think like eBay, you can sell boats, cars, planes on that platform. You can't do that on Whatnot.
Okay.
Whatnot cars.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? Like I used to work for a guy that collected vintage motorcycles. Mm-hmm. And he would buy motorcycles on eBay and have them delivered to his, where we worked, like vintage Yamahas, vintage Hondas, like all that stuff. And he would buy them on eBay.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Let's pair the comparison closer together. Let's take a top volume sales eBay seller who, when I say by volume, they have a warehouse of tens of thousands of pieces of clothing. Okay, we're talking, if you had a store in eBay, you're at the top tier. And I forget the name of what top tier eBay store is. Enterprise.
Enterprise, yeah.
Versus a clothing seller who has the same amount of type of inventory, and they're head to head. I wonder who has the most.
I think it would still be eBay.
You think so?
I think so. Because you think of like the eBay sellers, not even clothing. You think of like the phone accessory stores that can sell thousands of items that, like they get, private labels from China. Car car parts, those kind of stores. This. I don't think any of that's going on Whatnot.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't think they're. Yeah. Sports card stores on Whatnot. You got people in there selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of sports cards on there all the time.
That's crazy.
And it's when you get to that level of like money, right? I think there's more protection on the eBay side there is on Whatnot side. Like I would never purchase $1,000 anything on Whatnot unless I knew the person that is selling like personally, but I would buy it on eBay. Does that make sense?
Well, does Whatnot have a return policy?
They do, but I still though, like because of the platform is so new.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I would ever purchase anything that's like over $1,000 on Whatnot. That's me personally. Like I know there's people that sell like designer clothing, designer shoes, like all that on Whatnot. And they do incredible. Mm-hmm. But for me, just to have like that sense of security and that protection, just because I've been an eBay seller longer than I have been a Whatnot seller, I would purchase it on Whatnot, or I would purchase it on eBay.
eBay, gotcha.
Makes sense.
All right. Well, let's talk.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, what did you think, Alex? You would I don't think there even is a comparison. I mean, eBay, it's just been around for so long.
I wouldn't list like a $100 book on Whatnot and run it, but I wouldn't. I don't know what the return policy is and their buyer protection is on Whatnot compared to eBay. I'm not sure. I did see someone sell a book for $600 on Whatnot, so Max sold a $600 book on there. Common Grounds finds. Like, man,
what kind of book was it?
Mind Comp. Leather bound.
Mind Comp?
Yeah.
What is that?
The Adolf Hitler book.
Oh. Like
yeah, you can't sell it on. It's banned on eBay, so he sold it on. It's a $1,500 book, and it went for like $600 to $800 on Whatnot. I think he sold it.
Who
twice.
says it's $1,500?
The market.
But if you can't, what's the market on? Is there like a book specific?
Bibilo or other websites that you can sell it on? Just not eBay. eBay doesn't allow you to sell that. So other.
So you think he bought it to resell it?
He did, yeah. Oh, the person that bought it.
Correct.
They would still, they could relist it for $12
because that's a nice little flip.
Yeah, you could resell it if you want to sit on it for a while. Obviously it's not a book that people are going looking for all the time.
Yeah.
So
I have a friend that's a school teacher. He's fixing to get his master's degree. Mm-hmm. He has a shelf of nothing but banned books. And he collects banned books, and it's crazy. His little library of banned books.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff you probably can't find in eBay, so you have to go to other sources or live book shows, antiquarium shows and stuff like that to find that stuff.
Yeah.
So even when they banned Dr. Seuss, those books are not really worth anything, but I sold them for a couple $100 once they got banned. And then the trend kind of fell off. They're not worth as much anymore. I tried to list more, and eBay kicked them off. They won't allow them anymore.
That's crazy. All right. Before we jump into the great Nashville meetup, I want to thank our paid subscribers here to the locker room real quick. MVP members are at the $4.99 a month level. Our ambassador to the locker room, Mr. Mike Camperelli, Keith from Vintage Sports Flips. Speaking of sports memorabilia, cards and whatnot, stuff like that, go visit him over on his YouTube channel. He's got couple of different channels. Go check him out over there. Rick in Maryland, that is our MVP members. And at the $9.99 a month, we have Wolfman Goodies on YouTube, Trash to Cash Podcast, Flipping for Laughs, Mary McQueen, Good Water Pickers, Captain Morgan, Riverboat Adventures. I love saying that. Pocket Change Reselling Podcast, and our good old buddy Chris, Sister Easy Pickens. The Skybox members, as well as the MVP members, get access to the backstage chats, footage when we go to events, and a lot of stuff that's not released to the public on this channel. Plus, you get to view the episode before everybody else does each week.
Oh.
I froze up for a second there.
You have froze.
In my back?
Froze.
No, you're not.
But you can hear me. That's all.
I can hear you, but you're froze.
Weird.
All right. Ray, give us the rundown and education of what is happening in Music Town, USA, coming up in April.
Music City, USA, ladies and gentlemen. The 2025 Nashville Reseller Meetup. We're back again for the first time. We had such a great time last year. Alex can mention this as well, that this is going to be bigger and better. We've learned some stuff along the way. I do want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors of the meetup. So we want to give a shout out to, I gotta find my list first. The sponsors of the meetup, we have American Bubble Boy that is sponsoring. We have My Reseller Genie, Vendu, Mike Metco Meetups, the boys over here at the Locker Room Podcast. I'd flip that, ABC Matt, Frizzy Finds, Dibdit, ShopCommons.com, and SSK Promo. All people that have given financially to the cause. Guys, this event is 100% free, but it wouldn't be possible unless sponsors would help with everything. Guys, it's going to be awesome. So it's a 3-night event, April 25th through the 27th. I know that last year we had issues with like the eating and stuff, like waiting and stuff. So this year we shouldn't have an issue with that. And another thing, it's like we ate too much last year, because that's one of the things that I like to do. Like I'm a foodie. Like there's a new restaurant. It's like, let's go. You know, like that's what I like to do in my spare time. So less of that, more of like the reselling, hanging out kind of thing. So on, you want me to just go and run down all the stuff that we got going on?
Absolutely,
okay, so
man.
April 25th. And you guys can all find this information on our Facebook page. There is a dedicated video on our YouTube channel, the Nashville Flippers, me explaining it. I'm going to redo a video just kind of, you know, given the times and all that stuff here soon. So stay tuned for that. But April 25th, 6:30 p.m., we have the meet and greet at Jolly Ollie's, which is a like a pub. And so we have rented out their whole back outside event space. There's going to be like little bungalows there that you can hang out with couches. There'll be tables there. There'll be There'll be an outside bar specifically just for us. There'll be a stage. There'll be lights. There'll be a we hired a photo booth, so you guys can take pictures there of the event and have those memories. There will be a photographer and a videographer as well to capture all the fun reselling moments. We have our good friends Joe and Nicole with I'd Flip That doing their Reseller Showdown game show. They're live. Cool. And guys, when I say they have been mailing me the prizes that they're giving away, that's worth just coming. Because the prizes that they're giving away are really good prizes. My cool. Reseller Genie is also sponsoring a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway for all the people that are there at the meet and greet. So we'll have an iPad there for you to register for the giveaway, and it's absolutely free. You don't have to put any money or anything like that. So, and then after that, at 9:30, Ben, and I know you have a great voice, a voice of an angel. That the chat says.
Karaoke?
We're going to do the after party upstairs at Jolly Ollie's. They have karaoke each and every Friday night. So karaoke, baby. So you better get ready. Karaoke.
That's awesome.
Karaoke, billiards, darts. It's going to be a great time.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that all 21 and over?
21 and over, yes.
Okay. Am I still frozen? I'm sorry.
Yes, you are.
You're very
I'm going to jump out and come back in and see if it works real quick.
You're good.
Very good, sir. Karaoke, dude, I would come down to Nashville just for that, because
let's go.
My local Moose Club where I'm a member, we have karaoke every Friday night. I'm there blowing off steam and singing and doing
I love
everything.
I love doing this at Jolly Ollie's because
did that work?
Because when you get there, their whole restaurant is 2 stories and then the outside event space. They were like in like a little shopping mall before, and they have just grown into this huge restaurant. They're like a pillar of the community.
Wow.
But the owner there tells a story that when they first started, I used to work at a liquor store, right? And then this Jolly Ollie's was like right down the road. So when I would get off work, my wife and I would always go there because I would get off work at like 11:30. So everything was closed. So every night we would go to Jolly Ollie's and we would just have like a salad and some wings and some pizza, right? And she tells a story that like me and my wife would like hold up her bar, and she would like depend on those like $20 like every day just to like make ends meet. And there would be nights to where the owner would leave, and it would just be like me, my wife, and the server, and we would just crank up the karaoke machine, and we would be there till like 3 a.m. just singing songs. Just us three, you know. Well, drinking Yingling and just singing the night away.
Yes. You know, that reminds me, you know, recapping Friday night where we're going to be at this fantastic 2-story restaurant, outdoor party area, party upstairs, karaoke. You know, when you come to these meetups, and we've talked about this a lot on this show, especially with Mike and his new YouTube channel, Mecco Meetups, the best part of coming to these, in my opinion, and of course I've heard many others say the same, is actually meeting the people.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not a YouTube reseller, you know, it's just meeting other like-minded people, hanging out, sharing ideas, telling stories, because we all have that common thread. To me, that's what makes a meetup special. It ain't necessarily what we do. It's more about hanging out with like-minded people. And Friday night sounds to me is going to be an excellent way to kick it off.
Yes.
So right, Alex?
I can't wait for the show. I'm excited to watch Joe's show. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be phenomenal,
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Speaking of, Ben, did you get your ghetto hotel yet? By the airport. He's staying by the airport. Ray, what do you think of that?
We're in near the
airport or the fairgrounds, right?
Well, let me explain, Ray.
Why don't you stay at these other hotels that are near the hotel that we were staying in?
Because I am a tight ass.
Did you look to see? There's like a Days Inn, and there's like other a Ramada's Inn.
If there is anything that's $100 or more a night, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying $100 to lay my head on a pillow. I'm just not going to do that.
Okay.
But
you might have little bugs crawling on your pillow.
He'll pay $70 a night to lay with the bugs.
I'll sleep in my car before I do pay $200 or $300 a night somewhere. And for what I've seen, it's in the 200s a night range from what I've looked at.
Well, there's other hotels nearby. I don't know if you looked at those. I think they're a little cheaper. But my thought process is that if my door in the hotel room leads to the outside, I'm not staying at that hotel. You know what I mean?
Wait, it's got to have a hallway then?
It's got to have, I can't open the door and I'm like, my car is like right there. You
better not come to stay in Pigeon Forge then, because 90%.
Oh, I've been there. I do not like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are not my cup of tea.
This is why you always carry a gun. Yeah. Okay. Just in case.
Just in case. In case.
Ben, but, $20 a night, you can have a couch at my house.
No, you're going to put me on the floor in the basement is what you said.
With the blow-up mattress.
Hey, that might be a little better.
It's freezing down there.
Hey, as long as you're not staying in Antioch, I think you're going to be okay.
Okay.
Antioch.
All right, Ray. We got Friday night documented.
We got Friday night, and that's something that I was going to mention that I learned from last year. The meet and greet was not long enough.
Yeah.
So from 6:30 till whenever, we're going to be hanging out.
That's great.
Well, it's cool. We don't have to go anywhere else either, because last time we had to drive down
to the hot chicken
Patty
place.
B's. Yeah.
So that's what I learned from last year. Let's have more time together. Mm-hmm. Because last year a lot of the people just came for the meet and greet.
Yeah.
And then they left for the rest of the weekend. So I want this to be the pivotal point, like you said, the best, have conversations, have people that you meet. I want the meet and greet to be like the highlight of the event. So other than our little soiree over for sure. Yeah. Yeah, which is another opportunity that you can come and hang out.
Yeah.
It's like the second meet and greet. So after the after party, of course, we're gonna lay our heads down on the pillow. May or may not have bed bugs, according to Ben. But yard sales Saturday morning, and of course, just get with your people, go to yard sales, do your thing, and later on that day, let me pull up I thought I posted these earlier.
Isn't that pizza?
Yes, lunch, Long Hollow Pizza, which is literally across the street from the hotel that everyone is staying at except for Ben. That we've rented out half of their restaurant as well.
Cool.
And they're ready for us. They're prepared. I've already talked to them. I talked, all that's ready to rock and roll. And of course, you guys got to purchase your food and drink. That's not provided by us in any means. Not now, maybe next year. If we get some more sponsorships. Then at 2:00, Goodwill Bins, the Berry Hill location, Alex's favorite. And then from there, we're going to go over to the game terminal. And that's sponsored by the Reseller Locker Room Podcast, where Ben and Alex are going to be in all their glory, having fun, playing some video games. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely free as well.
Yeah.
Vintage, modern. I love that place.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, they got shuffleboard out back.
Yep.
What else? They got ping pong, beer pong, just like oversized games, tic-tac-toe, and all sorts of things. So
it's fun. We
And they
rented
have bar and food. They have that there too.
yeah, they have music and everything.
Yeah. We did our church Christmas party there 2 years ago, and they rented out the whole place. It was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool.
So right after that, 8:00, we're going we're going to get our boot and scoot and boogie on, Ben. We're going to go hit the mean streets of Broadway, downtown.
All right, suggestion. Where does everyone park? Because it can be very expensive.
Correct.
Now,
I would
somewhere cheaper
suggest
to park.
the Nashville Public Library. It is an
Public Library. Okay.
enclosed, $10, no limit.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah, it's a block away from Broadway.
That's good. That's
I
great.
think where the Country Hall of Fame is at, I think it's $10 to park there too.
Okay.
If you can find a spot over there. But try to stay away from the other parking garages are like $50. It's crazy.
Yeah. So if you can carpool, of course, Uber, if you plan on, getting blitz and white girl wasted, then,
Ben's getting white girl wasted for sure.
yeah, you'll definitely, Ben, you might meet a little bachelorette, little gal with her white boots and Daisy Dukes.
She's coming with me.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So after that, of course, I like doing this. I'm a big fan of the local church. I go to a church called Legacy Nashville for the people that want to come. And again, this is kind of like an a la carte event. If you want to come to this stuff, you can. If you don't want to come, you're not forced to. It's free. Do what you do. But one of the highlights a lot of people said when I sent out that survey was church on Sunday because they thought it was just like different, So 11 a.m. church in East Nashville at Legacy Nashville. And then we're going to go to lunch right after at Rose Pepper Cantina, which is right down the road. And that pretty much sums the whole meetup. I was thinking about doing a whatnot the end of Sunday to just kind of either for a charity or for just kind of like helping recoup some of the money spent. If right now I'm good, but the closer we get, there'll be a little more expensive expenses that may come up. So I was thinking of that, like when people go to garage sales or go to like the Benz, having an auction on Whatnot or maybe at Shop Commons because they're one of our sponsors, something like that. I was thinking about it. I'm not 100% sure just because it's going to be work and I don't know how many people are going to be there by the end of Sunday. And then I think that would be the only time that really we could do it. But somewhere in between all this chaos and fiasco, we'll film a live episode of our podcast somewhere in there, and maybe you guys can do the same.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We talked about doing a Whatnot show too, because I wanted to teach Ben how to do Whatnot. He hasn't done a Whatnot show, so I'm trying to get him to get going with the live selling, because I think
I'm hardcore eBay only.
Be really good at it.
Yeah.
Question, Ray. Are we going to all have name tags?
You will have name tags. You will have a lanyard with a QR code on it. The QR code will go straight to a Google Doc with all the events, the addresses, and what time you're meeting. And it'll also have all the sponsors on there as well. And it'll have, just the artwork of the meetup. So it'll be like a souvenir, if you will. And on the back of it, there'll be a spot for you to write your name. And there'll be your name tag.
Okay.
So the lanyard that you can carry around. There you go. Just like that.
Last year's right behind me here.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Show the back again, Alex. You cut out a little bit.
It's got the QR code there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And show the back, Alex. And that's where Alex should have put his name right there, but he's too cool for school and everybody already knew his name, so he didn't have to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ruin my souvenir with my name.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll get one of those, and the actual lanyard part, the string, we're trying to get eBay to sponsor that, and we'll have eBay specific ones that say eBay on them. So I actually went to a Alex, I can't believe you didn't go. The Nashville Seller Social last Thursday. Did you get that email?
I didn't hear about that.
I should have let you know. Yeah, they had a
I don't check emails whatsoever. So that's a problem.
Well, next time they come up with one, I'll make sure to let you know. But they had eBay had a little get together with some of the eBay sellers.
I think I heard they talked about Ben's talking about that yesterday.
Yeah. So new things that eBay's got going on. And I got to talk to a girl there that heads like the community for eBay. I got her email, sent over an email, and they're looking to have a representative of the Nashville chapter to consistently have these little get-togethers. So, Alex, if you want to throw your name in the hat, you can organize some eBay meetups.
I'm leaving eBay though. I'm going all live selling starting this weekend.
Is that
everyone's
thing?
leaving? Like, so I'm going to leave too. I don't know. What was that?
Are you really leaving eBay? Is this a new
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Okay.
I thought of it myself. It's been so bad this week. I wanted to, but
Alex.
Yes.
Did you trim your beard?
No.
It looks shorter for some reason.
It's the dry air.
I thought it was longer than that.
It's not. Usually I'll straighten it and it'll get longer. It's not straightened. It's just messed up.
I was getting ready to freak out.
No, it's all kind of pushed together and not combed or anything.
All right. Any other last minute details on the event, Ray?
Something cool that we're doing again. Of course, we'll have the photo booth there. We'll have some other things that you can interact with. We'll have somebody taking pictures. We'll have somebody taking video. So we'll have that documentation and just pictures overall of the event that, we can share on the Facebook page and just have pictures of memories. But something cool that I'm doing is I'm making some commemorative enamel pins that you'll also receive in your swag bag for the event. And then for anybody that was there last year, I'll have a pin from them from last year's meetup. So you'll have the series of collector's pins.
That's awesome.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a list of YouTube resellers posted where, if there's just resellers that don't do YouTube, but they're thinking about coming and they see a list of YouTube people that they watch all the time, is that available for them to see, like who's going to be there from the YouTube world?
It's not public, and I don't know who else, not a lot of, I don't want people to come just because of like who is going kind of situation.
Or not to come because who's going.
Or there you go. There.
Well, yeah. I mean,
there you go.
I mean,
there's quite a few that if I knew they were on YouTube and they're going to be there, I'd come just to meet them.
Just to meet them.
There's a lot of
who
people.
Who would that be, Ben? And I'll let you know if they're coming or not.
Well, we can talk about that privately because I don't want to name favorites.
I mean, we can name. We can name names. Was that Seinfeld episode? He named names.
A lot of people though, Ben, are in the Facebook group and just having chat. Well,
Correct.
there's a lot of people. There's a thread going on right now where everyone's
Yeah.
asking where they're coming from,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot
mean-
of people that aren't on YouTube that are coming too. You know,
Nice.
A lot of Whatnot people are coming
That's
that are
cool.
just specifically from Whatnot that have no. I mean, I'm looking at the list right now, and nobody like. I mean, it's not like Josh Harry Tornado's coming. I've asked him to come.
Mhm.
He saw my message, so hopefully he
That's
does come.
it. No reply.
I was just putting you on the spot, man.
No,
You don't have
no,
to name
for sure.
anybody.
Yeah.
All right. Any other-
There's some
any other
bearded
details?
fella named Beard King Picker. Alex is coming. He'll be there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put my name on my name tag this year.
And I think there's another guy called Swampy Top Picker, big
Swampy Top.
Florida University fan.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's
Swampy
coming.
Top. I like that.
Swampy
Yeah.
Chomp Picker. How about
Swampy
that?
Chomp. I got you.
And it's going to be a
Alright.
packed weekend. I'm really
It's gonna
looking
be
forward
packed.
to it. I mean, the first year was great, and a lot of people. So, what's the head count we have going on this year?
Currently, we have like the people that have registered. It's like 130 people have registered to come.
Wow.
That's not including the people that are just going to show up and say, I'm
Yeah.
here, you
Yeah.
know, like last minute thing. And we are capping the swag bags at 150 just because like everything that I've ordered has been like 150 lanyards, 150 pins, 150. And then also like the people that want to bring promotional items, like their stickers and stuff. If I ask them, it's like, yeah, you need to bring like 300 stickers. I mean, that's kind of like gets to like the cost. Like, oh man, I want to, but I don't have enough money to get 300 stickers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You know, so like 150 is a good, you know, like enough. You know, American Bubble Boy is going to be giving us like tape and stuff to put in your swag bags. Like my Reseller Genie is going to be putting in those tote bags that they give out last year.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be some really good stuff.
You're going to have to have bigger bags in the next year so people keep promoting it,
I know.
keep
That's right.
sponsoring it. We're going to have a giant bag. We're going to need one of those giant totes just to put the stuff inside of the bag.
I don't know how this is going to grow. I know that, you know, some of these reselling meetups have kind of like fallen off. You know, there's not a lot of them left. And I don't know. Maybe down the road, it could be like a one big hotel, one big event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have like guest speakers or anything like that. But like, you never know. You never know what this could morph into.
Yeah,
I want to keep it free, but you just never know.
I really, like I said earlier, I enjoy the meetups being a socialize
Mm-hmm. I agree.
situation because you're there to let your hair down, let off some steam. You don't want to sit,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying, in a banquet room and listening to this.
90% of us all have ADHD anyway, so it's
Well,
like
that's
we
true.
can't even sit with that long.
Yeah, that's going to be a great time for sure. You don't want to miss it. If you got any questions, comments, or anything else, you can leave it down below or contact Ray over at the Nashville Flippers. Be glad to
shoot
answer
me a
them.
DM, shoot me an email, thenashvilleflippers@gmail.com, or just come over to the Facebook page, of course. And if, of course, yeah, just hit me up. It's
Absolutely.
free. Just get here.
Just get there. All right, gentlemen, let's get to a sale of the week. Alex, you got something you want to share? Sale of the week.
Sale of the week.
Yes, sir.
I am not going to I could share the screen here if you want me
Okay,
to.
go right ahead.
Present. Hold on. Share screen.
I actually, we just came out of a long weekend because the post office was closed Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I had a great weekend of sales. So, all right, what are we looking at?
This is Silent Waves. This is a book that's sold on Amazon. Lymph drainage therapy. So this is a textbook. Paid $1
Your
for
lymph
it.
nodes.
Mm-hmm.
Paid $1 for it. Sold for $51.63. I don't know if you guys can see in the corner there. It shows my profit for Amazon fees. It's $33, but the ROI is 3,347%.
Wow.
That's why I do books.
But that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Cool, man.
That's my Amazon sale of the week.
All right, let me get to mine. Yeah. I have multiples because I had multiple sales to one buyer.
Your sales were good, Ben, over the
Oh,
weekend?
yeah. I'm selling my dolls, as Alex calls them. I bought this. I found, Ray, what it is I peruse Marketplace.
Uh-huh.
And I look for bulk buys, and I found this collection of U.S. presidents and other historical figures. They're 12-inch tall.
Dolls?
And they're categorized as presidential action figures because some of them talk when you press a button on their back. And so I've got all these presidents. There's 141 figures in total, and I'm in it by $3.90 per figure. These sell in the boxes. Sold comps on eBay range, depending on who they are, anywhere from $30 on up to over $100.
Depending on the president, I would guess.
Yeah, so I got $3.90 into each one of these. One guy came in here and bought all these, which, is well over $150. I know that's small to read, but Abraham Lincoln, LBJ, just different ones that one buyer came in. He collects those. There's a lot of people I've figured out that buy these and they actually make hats and accessories for them and put them on display.
And the boots with the fur.
And boots with the fur. Yeah. And so
what do they say? What is what does like the Clinton one say? Like, I did not have sexual relations.
Yes,
well, Trump says, "Are you a good leader? I don't think you're a good leader. You're fired." So, not all of them talk because not all of them apparently don't have batteries, but there's Ronald Reagan, there's John F. Kennedy, Teddy Roosevelt, Andrew Jackson.
He's looking at him right now.
Both Bushes and boots with the fur. General Grant.
Who makes them?
Well, I've seen a couple distributor names online. The guy that I got them from bought them from another dude that collected them, and he didn't know, but I've seen Hasbro. But the quality on these things, I mean, right down to the buttons on the clothing. I mean, this is velour.
Are they wood or are they plastic?
Plastic faces, but real, the hair on it and the individual little buttons, and they're just very well made. And I think this is Thomas Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken, but it's got his overcoat on, and so I just saw
like
that
American Girl dolls for the history.
Yeah. And then I've got maybe a dozen of these larger. These are like 18-inch figures. It's Abraham Lincoln, and they come with their own little stands.
Are they true to this? Are the presidents is Abraham Lincoln taller than the other ones?
Yes.
Are they to scale of?
Yes, some of them are taller. Here's one. I mean, just the detail on them.
Yeah, that's dope.
With the buttons on the back of the jacket.
Yeah.
And they've got their little granny socks on. This guy right here is John Hancock, as we all know, that signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
And I just thought, man, these are unique. I've never seen these before. I'm going to make him an offer. He took it.
Yeah, I've never seen that before either. So how many did you get, and what did you pay for all of them? Okay.
Got 141 figures. He had $1,200 on it. He did mark it down to $700. I gave him $550 for all of it.
That's
so
that
puts me in at $390 a piece.
That's a steal.
So, and anybody that ever watched my channel, Rocky Top Picker, knows that bulk buys is where it's at, as far as if you don't have a bins like you all do.
Yeah.
If you can bulk buy and get that acquisition cost down in a bulk buy, that's a good way to maximize your profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. That's cheaper than a cup of coffee.
That's true, man. These days, and a plate of eggs.
A plate.
A plate.
How many eggs come on a plate?
it's expensive. Well, normally people get 2, don't they?
I saw a little
they-
like a reel that I didn't know, like there was like a little bodega in like New York where the guy was like selling like a dozen eggs for like 20 something bucks or whatever. But what he's doing is he's piecing them out, and you can buy 3 eggs at a time, and he puts them in these like a drug bag. And he's like, like people are coming up and it's like, let me get 3 eggs for like $4.
Yeah. These people that's got chickens, they can
they're
make a
making a
killing
killing.
off of eggs right now.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway, Waffle House, dude, they've had a 50-cent surcharge to their eggs if you go in and
Is
buy
that
them.
right? Dang,
50
I haven't been
cent
to Waffle House in a
surcharge.
minute.
Yeah. But
eggs went up, especially
Yep.
California egg prices. I think like $12 or something crazy for a dozen eggs.
So what's the deal? Why are the eggs up?
The bird flu.
right?
The bird
Bird
flu.
flu.
So they lost a whole bunch of chickens apparently.
Yes.
Dang.
Yes.
Only duck eggs.
R.I.P.
Do you have a sale, Ray, you want to share?
Yeah,
or-
I'll share something.
Okay.
Alex, I didn't know if you were on my whatnot yesterday,
Mm-mm.
but I started cracking up some Pokemon packs, just kind of like publicizing the big Pokemon show that I have on Friday. And I actually I was selling a couple of these packs. These are the packs that I'm going to be selling on Friday. Surging Sparks is the name of the set.
Okay.
So I sold one of these yesterday for like $20 something. Because you can't find them anywhere. So I'm like, man. And so I'll have 30 of these on Friday. And so hopefully if I make 20 something bucks a piece,
Yeah. How
And
did
I
you
paid
come
like
across?
$4.
How did you come across 30 of them?
Dude, I buy them here and there.
He ain't gonna tell his source, bro.
The Pokemon connection, huh?
Yeah.
You're
I know
safe
where
with me.
I know where certain stores stock, and I'm always looking and stuff like that.
You're safe with me, Ray. I don't live there.
Yeah.
Plus, I know zip about Pokemon.
There. I'll tell you what, Alex. There are some Pokemon vending machines in some Krogers around the area
Okay.
that you can really get some great stuff in there if you can catch it when they just restocked. Because everything in there is like retail.
Anything Pokemon I ever buy never makes it. Even if it was worth money, it just never makes it past my daughter. It never makes it to eBay. So she'll find cards at the bins, and then she just keeps all of them that we find.
All right. Do you have
So
a
that's my sale
find
of
of
the
the week?
No, I don't. I haven't. Oh, well, I guess those controllers from Friday, those PlayStation 5 Elite controllers that I found at the Amazon bins. They come in like this case, and they have like extra like triggers on the bottom.
Yeah,
$140 all day on eBay.
that's great.
So,
I got Indian arrowheads.
Nice.
Ooh.
So- This is scanning in through my Amazon app. Whoop. The current buy box is $199.99 for this book.
Great day.
Haven't dove too much into the research, but I did see it has sold for $100 right now. But current buy box is $200.
Nice.
Where did you find that?
The bins.
The
today.
bins.
Yeah. So I might list it like at 150 if it's sold at 100 and see if I get any action on it.
Cool.
That'll pay for my whole week.
Ben, have you ever thought about selling on Amazon?
Yeah, and no.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I've heard too many
Sounds like-
nightmares from Alex. I don't.
Oh, okay.
No. Besides, I don't want to sell cat food.
Right? Yeah.
I don't sell cat food. I lost all my cat food listings.
Well, yeah. I mean, from what I've heard, you want to sell something, they can grant it, and if they do grant it, they can also take it away. And I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Obscene find. Do you have one, Alex? I know you got to have one.
You know what? I was scrambling to find this one.
Offensive find. Sorry.
So, Ben grew up on this movie. I would never watch this movie, but this is the book. So read the novel. You may never get the chance to see the movie. Based on the most I can't say that word right now. Controversial. There it is. X-ray movie ever made. This is Deep Throat, the book.
What?
Yeah, they made a book.
Whoa.
It's super blurry. There it is. Yeah, vintage paperback. It's about, I guess the lady that started in the movie is on the back here.
That looks like the girl from Alien. What's her name?
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is it about that, Alex?
It's
Like a how-to book?
I don't know. Well, let's see if it's got pictures. No, it's not a how-to book. It's like it's just a
Like
novel.
a romance novel, one of those smut novels.
Yeah,
Remember,
it's just a
kids, this is offensive to
Yes.
some
It's a
viewers. We
vintage
apologize.
smut book. But I think it's about the lady that starred in the movie, like her life, maybe.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. That's good.
little biopic there.
Yeah.
The story of the modern girl with unusual problem and how. I don't know.
That's enough. That's enough.
You can't have an offensive pick of the week and not be offended, Ben.
Well, I don't want to tick anybody off that might be watching.
We
We've done
didn't
some
offend Ben with
controversial
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
Huh?
if you haven't watched the movie, Ben stars in the movie Deep Throat. There, are you offended now?
Ooh, Ben.
Ooh.
That, my friend, is offensive.
Offensive find of the week.
All right, I want to do this because I haven't done this in a while. Real quick, here we go. Community huddle here in the locker room. Ladies and gentlemen, community huddle is simply this. We share stories of other resellers about sales, buyers, problems, concerns, thoughts, all that good stuff. If you have any of the following, submit it down in writing down in the comment section down below. And in this episode of Community Huddle, I had this come to me. This is a posting, and I won't name who it is. And they're asking this: is there anywhere to sell empty vapes? I have about 50 of them. And there's a picture. Oops. Let me
He
get
just
to the
showed
picture.
us his naked pictures, ladies.
Do you
and
know the disposable? It's disposable vapes like this that you buy at vape stores and gas stations. It's They're designed to, when you vape it all, you're throwing
Why
away.
would you want to? They're throwaway though. They're not like the high end ones where you can reuse them over and
like the
over, right?
lightsaber ones.
Well, you have this, which
Yeah,
yeah,
one of
there's
is a
the
good amount of
lightsaber.
money to
Yeah,
invest, and you refill
Why do you
it
have
with,
two?
Well, they're two different flavors. That's another story.
Okay.
But these are disposable. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any of these disposable vapes, do not, I repeat, do not try to resell these, because one, I don't think eBay will let you do it anyway. And two, we don't want to pass around any diseases or sicknesses. Do not sell throwaway vapes.
You can't sell the big mods then?
I've not
On eBay at all?
tried. I've not even looked on eBay, but that's
curious.
promoting an addictive substance, nicotine.
Ray,
But
did
there's
you
not.
know
What if
before
there's not
Ben,
nicotine in there?
Well, it's still a delivery device.
Ray,
Oh, you
did you
can sell
know
beer
before
bottles.
Ben got into reselling, he was a vape guy on YouTube.
Yeah.
He had a
I had
vape channel.
I did a vape review channel, Big Time Vapes.
Big time vape.
I went in to vape stores and interviewed the owners and reviewed their products, and I had all kinds of companies that made these mods, and they would send them to me in the mail to review them. And yeah, it was
Did it do well? I feel like that
Yeah.
would do really well. Yeah.
I built up a big vape community. I went live all the time, averaged about 300 watchers when I went live.
How come you gave that up?
We don't know.
I
Things
don't know.
change.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know. It kind of, vaping was hot back
Yeah.
between
I see.
2010 to 2015 in that little window
What's
area.
like a vape, like a known vape company?
Well,
Like that make like the
like Geek Vape. This is what this is. This is from Geek Vape. So,
yeah,
But,
there's nothing on eBay with that on there.
I wish you
Yeah.
could resell. I know I have the expensive one somewhere when I used to vape.
yeah, I got tons of them, but never tried to resell them.
Huh.
These would be safer to resell,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so.
but there's no way, because once these disposables, once they're out of juice, you can't refill them.
Yeah.
So you just throw them away. But anyway, I had to share that.
Did you ever have like a vape store or anything like that, Ben?
I worked at one for 2 years. Yeah.
I didn't
And
know
guess
that.
what the name of it was?
Rocky Top Vapes.
That's right. Rocky Top Vapor.
Rocky Top Vapor.
Is it still around?
Yes. They're the biggest vape chain in East Tennessee. They got 4 locations in 4 different towns. Yeah.
I thought a lot of them went out of business because it did like really exploded, and then it's kind of not as popular anymore.
The guy that started Rocky Top Vapor, him and his dad started it in a booth in a local flea market up the road here, and they grew it into 4 brick and mortars.
That's awesome.
And they kill it still today.
Now, I'm completely oblivious to the vape scene. I'm just curious. Can people put other things in the vapes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you can like...
Alex is the authority in that area.
I'm not an authority, but yeah, you can put oils into them.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that because it's offensive.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you can vape about anything. Elmer glue, rubbing alcohol, whatever you want. Do not vape, kids. It's not good for you. But anyway, we don't promote that, nor do we condone that. We have our own bad habits, and probably you do too. You're just not on camera telling us about it. So,
oh yeah.
All right, gentlemen. I'll tell you what. I'm excited about this coming up in April. I don't know where I'm going to lay my head yet, but I will figure it out.
You still haven't.
And well, you know,
I told them 2 or 3 months ago that the prices of the main hotel was already going up because that's what people were saying.
Yeah, don't say at the main hotel. I did put out a other hotels graphic on the Facebook page.
Yes.
Check those out.
Okay.
I would probably look at the Days Inn or the Quality Inn. They're literally like right there. So take a look at those. They might be a little more affordable on your end. And there's other hotels around the area that might be a little cheaper too. So just type in that zip code, hotels near Goodlettsville, Tennessee, and the zip code, and just call around.
All right. We can do that.
Cool. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. Tell us once again, Ray, where everybody can contact you and find out more information.
Yeah, so definitely hit us up follow us on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Instagram and YouTube, the Nashville Flippers. There is a dedicated video on YouTube and on Instagram. There's a little post on there too that'll lead you to the Facebook page. The Facebook page is the Nashville Reseller Meetup 2025. That's where all the information really is, like up to date, all that in there. So check that out. And
excellent.
That's pretty much it.
All right. Alex, you got anything?
As always, I got nothing, guys.
Hey,
give us a little joke. What's a joke? What's like an Alex dad joke?
Oh, I don't do dad jokes.
You don't do dad jokes?
That's another podcast.
Well, I do jokes. I never got any dad jokes. I'm not a joker.
Or just a joke. What's a good joke?
I'm a serious guy all the time.
Yeah, he ain't lying. Well, not all the time, but yeah. All right, it's time to wrap this thing up. Ray, man, it's been a pleasure having you in. We look forward to seeing you and everybody else down there in Nashville. Make your plans now. Don't be like me and wait till the last minute. And yeah, all you guys with these effects. But anyway, this has been the Reseller Locker Room Podcast. We can't wait to see you right back here every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On behalf of Alex, myself, and Ray, we'll catch you next time. In the meantime, go out and get them and sell something.